The New York Jets travel to Orchard Park this Sunday to take on the division-leading Buffalo Bills. I got 5 bold predictions for the game. Let's go. And well. Welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Watch2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. If you enjoy what you're watching, a thumbs up is a great way to show it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got a goal to get to 400 subscribers by the end of December. And right now, we're less than 50 away. So for all of you who've been watching, thank you so much. Let's talk about bold predictions. Now, we're going to do our usual recap of last week, and then we're going to get into our 5 bold predictions for the upcoming Jets game. So for the Jets versus Vikings game, here were my 5 predictions. I said CJ Uzomah would get his first touchdown of the season. That turned out to be wrong, although he did have a very nice catch. Very well placed by mikewhite. Why they don't go to CJ more in the red zone, I don't understand it. I predicted mikewhite would go 22 of 31 for 231 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That did not go well at all. I predicted the Jets would have 4 sacks, 2.5 of them from defensive tackles. They wound up having only 2 sacks in the game, but 9 quarterback hits. I predicted that Justin Jefferson would get 75 yards or less receiving for the Vikings, but 1 touchdown. I was exactly right on that. And I predicted Greg Zuerlein would hit 3 field goals or more, and he most definitely did do that. So a little bit better this week, 2 correct and 3 wrong. Let's talk about the Jets versus Bills game. I predict mikewhite will throw 2 interceptions. The Bills are very adept at turning the other team over. And people can say that this is a new mikewhite, this is a new Jets team, it's a whole new situation than the last time he faced the Bills. I got to see it with him. Against this defense, I just am having trouble believing he is not an interception-prone quarterback until he does it against a very good defense. Buffalo certainly qualifies even without Von Miller. Number 2, I predict Corey Davis will have at least 60 yards catching and score a touchdown. I think Corey Davis is getting ready to have a big game here. He tends to have a lot of up and down moments. He'll have a drop, then he'll have a great catch. He'll have a penalty, which was certainly the case last week. Then he'll come back with another big play. I think with probably Tre'Davious White, maybe on Garrett Wilson, it's going to give Corey Davis a chance to make some plays outside. So I think Corey Davis has a good game for the Jets here. I predict that the Buffalo Bills will have 8 catches or more from their running backs. I expect a lot of passes out of the backfield. I think James Cook, that's the guy I'm watching out for. James Cook last week had 6 catches alone against the Patriots. And you know the Bills are not going to want to tempt Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed that much. I think they're going to try to challenge the Jets linebackers and safeties, which is the way to attack this defense. So between Devin Singletary, James Cook, maybe even Nyheim Hines, I think the Bills have at least 8 receptions from their running backs. My number 4 prediction, I predict, and this is a surprising one. I wouldn't have thought that this was the case, but it is. For the first time in 2022, the New York Jets will score a touchdown on defense. It's pretty hard to believe it, but it's true. The Jets have not yet scored a touchdown with this dynamic defense, and facing an offense that is prone to turning the ball over, I think this is an opportunity for that to finally change. The Jets have a defensive touchdown for the first time this year. My number 5 prediction, I think it's going to be a super close game. I say these 2 teams are separated by either 3 or 4 points at halftime. I'm expecting a slugfest, a lot of lead changes, a lot of back and forth. I'm going to say it's super close at halftime, either a 3 or 4 point differential. Now, as far as my score prediction, it's pretty tough for me to imagine the Jets sweeping the Bills in one season, especially having to win the decisive game in Orchard Park. The Bills' offense, to me, is really rolling right now. The offensive line is a little bit banged up for them, but I'm still a little bit unsettled with this Jets defense with its difficulty on turning the other team over, allowing other teams to convert third downs, and the tackling's been a little bit spotty. They cover great, they rush the passer great, and they've done pretty well against the run, but there are some things to clean up here, and I'm worried that Buffalo is going to have the ability to exploit that. And then on the other side of the field, you know, having Jordan Poyer definitely helps them. Matt Milano, I think that is going to be very pivotal to the outcome of this game. He is an excellent run-stopping linebacker, and, you know, the Bills didn't have him last time, or Poyer last time, and they struggled to tackle the Jets. And right now Milano is very questionable with a knee injury. It sounds like he's a game-time decision. If he is not playing, it's going to allow the Jets offense to, I think, help establish that run game, which they did so well in the first game against the Bills at MetLife Stadium. But as far as my score prediction, I think it comes down to the last possession. I just think Josh Allen makes one big play in the last couple of minutes when he needs to. My final score prediction is Buffalo 24 and the Jets 20. But if they lose, it is not the end of the world. This team can absolutely qualify for the playoffs, but they lose to Buffalo, you can kiss the hopes for the division goodbye. Well, those are my predictions. Do you have any bold predictions for Jets-Bills? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair.